Hi, this is Nina.
And it's Breeton.
And you're listening to Nerd Out Space, the best place to hear me talk to all the amazing people that inspire me daily, because I'm just too obnoxious to stop at just talking about them. I have to talk to them myself. Firstly, I would like to start with some introductory questions for you. I usually don't really like to do the typical kind of elementary school introductions because no one really wants to do that anymore. So, my question for you, the first one, is if you could be any Pokemon, not like your favorite Pokemon, but the one that's most similar to you, what would you be?
That's a good question. Most similar to me. I would say maybe maybe Snorlax.
Oh, really? That's so
Yeah.
cute. Why?
Because like I can be like very good, but I can also be like super lazy.
Fair enough. So a sleepy bear. We can see that. That's fine. And if you were to like introduce yourself to someone, because well, I do have a lot of people that listen to the podcast that don't really know that much of nerdcore yet. So if you were to introduce yourself with just one of your songs that you've done before, which one would you use?
uh I think I would do I'm Back probably.
Really? Even like because I do love I'm Back, don't get me wrong, but you've been like on a roll for the past, I don't know, few months. Like you've been dropping some serious heat. So is there still nothing that could top that?
I think there is. I think my thing is just like I feel like it's a really good like introductory song to kind of like my whole style.
Fair,
So
understandable.
yeah, it's just like the easiest way for people to just easily get. Oh, what does Breeton Boi kind of do?
Yeah,
Well,
that's fair. I
yeah.
understand. And like, I ask this literally like everyone that comes here. But what is like the background to your artist name? Like, where did Breeton Boi come from?
Uh, Breeton Boi is just like I have to remember the story. Basically, uh, I was in this one maths class, and my teacher, like I had a substitute teacher at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and he said like my real name incorrectly because
Mm-hmm.
my real name is Brighton, but
Oh,
for
okay.
some reason he read it as like Breeton, and then everyone like said it as a joke for like a couple months after because it was like
Mm-hmm.
it was really funny. So I was like, okay, and that was like the same around the same time I was making my YouTube channel. So originally my YouTube channel was gonna be for like Pokemon playthroughs and stuff when I was like super into Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So I called it Pokemaster Breeton at the time. But
That's so
then
cute.
it's yeah.
Lovely.
But like after that it was just kinda like I was like no one is finding my channel whenever I tell them about it. And it's also kind of a dumb name. So I changed it to Breeton Boi after. I don't know
Okay.
what exactly inspired the direct like switch, oh, but I don't know. I guess I was just like,
But it's like so funny that it's basically like just a meme name because someone messed up.
yeah,
Like
pretty much.
that's iconic. I love that.
Yeah.
Um and for those people that don't know you yet, are you a full-time musician or is this like a side thing for you? And if so, would you like to go full-time one day?
It's not a full time thing for me. I'm a full time student in university, but I definitely love to make it my main thing. I do work on it like a lot,
Mhm.
so I would love for one day to just only be working on music. But for now, it's just kind of a side hobby that I put a lot of time into.
Mhm. Yeah. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Do you put more time into making music than actually like studying for university?
Uh,
I'm not gonna tell
sometimes.
anyone.
Sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, okay, and what is basically for me very interesting? Do you at right now at the time of recording know like approximately how many subscribers you have on YouTube without googling it or just
Oh,
like from the top of your head?
without checking, uh, I think I have about 35K. I don't know if I'm there
Mhm.
yet. I think I've like just under 35K
Mhm.
last time I
Mhm.
checked.
Okay, so well, at the time of me making or preparing the questions for you, you were at 34.2 thousand fans. So, I'm interested in like how is that kind of life for you? Like, do people, I don't know, like recognize you when you go somewhere? Do they text you a lot? Like, do you have to face a lot of spam from people?
Well, I don't, people don't really like recognize me outside. 'Cause, I mean, I don't really do too much outside. Like, I go buy stuff and like I go town sometimes and stuff. But like, I don't know. People, I don't think anyone, I don't think anyone like would recognize me. Uh, online, I guess I do get a lot of like just random messages
Mm-hmm.
of either like people sending trying to like ask for like how to start. Well, actually, I don't get that many DMs about how to start rapping anymore. I used to get loads, but
How so? Why do you think that changed?
uh, I don't know. I guess just because I wasn't answering them. Oh no, I did answer some people actually, but
Oh,
then I
really?
yeah, it was initially when I wasn't getting that many. I just kind
Mm-hmm.
of like answered whatever. So
Yeah,
like
just to be nice. Yeah.
yeah, but over time it's just like I don't really have time to be like answering a bunch of questions anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
fair.
yeah, but I still do get like random Discord DMs, people like or like on Instagram and stuff, and people like message
Mm-hmm.
and be like, hey, I really liked like this one track or whatever, or you've been doing really good recently, and like I do try and still respond to like those kind of DMs
Mm-hmm.
because things I don't want to get caught in like messaging someone for like a couple like hours because that could happen.
Yeah, sure.
But if they're just there to give me a little like, hey, you did really good on this, then I was like, thank you for listening because I do appreciate everyone that obviously checks out my music and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty nice when just someone just reaches out for that kind of thing. I mean, you also like go through most of your comments under like the music you drop, or at least like from what I've seen, and you reply if you can.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
try and
that's
reply to like
pretty
every
nice.
single comment.
Yeah. And what motivates you to like keep in touch in this kind of way? Like, why do you think that's a good thing?
uh, well, at first it was just because like I was just super excited to be getting like all this
Mhm.
love and support and like recognition that like I never got for ages,
Yeah.
and I still kind of have like the same energy to this day. I'm still super
Mhm.
appreciative of like every single person that that checks out like that even like clicks on one of my videos, listens to my song, and like gives
Yeah.
it a chance.
It's really nice that you are given the platform, and also like that everything that is made will find its audience. And like I feel like at least in the past, I don't know, year-ish something plus, you have become like a very big presence in the community. Like I can't imagine, really like can't imagine the community without you at this point. So, and this attitude is, I think, what makes that possible in a way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I just like trip over my words. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good.
Um yeah, but like when it comes to these people like texting you and stuff, like of course like we've been seeing there is also also there's always some kind of drama in the community, whether it's just like someone's Discord or on Twitter or stuff. So do a lot of trolls and like let's just call them mean people revolve around you and your music, because there are some artists that get more hate than others. So I'm just like curious, like if so, how do you deal with that sort of thing?
Surprisingly, not really. Like,
Really
yeah,
nice.
I don't really have like haters like that. I don't think.
Mhm.
Like, no one's ever really like messaged me some like mean stuff or like been like left like negative like comments. Like, obviously, I get a few like bad comments, but like they're never like that crazy.
Yeah.
I think the only time I like get stuff is like during like drama situations and sometimes
Mhm.
from like other artists, but like really it's not like I don't know, generally people are fine with me.
Nice. I love that for you. Honestly, I love that for you. But I mean,
Thank you.
you are a very likable person, so
I try to be.
hopefully it will stay that way. Yeah, hopefully it will stay that way. I honestly like wish that on you. So,
Thank you, thank you.
um, and like when there is drama in the community, we can see that like there is always someone who just wants to start beef. How do you deal with this sort of thing? Like, do you try to communicate some sense into people, or are you just trying to steer clear of the conversation?
I mean, I try. I'm not gonna lie. I always end up being like on the front lines. Like, cause I'm just the
Just by
type of
accident.
yeah. Well, I don't even know if it's by accident. It's just by nature, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Cause just like I'm always like I'm a person who's just really like if I see something that like doesn't make sense to me, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, nah, what you're doing don't make sense to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
and like I could be like a little bit. I don't know if confrontational is the right word, but like I like if I see like I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, you just call out people on their bullshit if there is some.
Yeah, I try to. Like I probably won't like be there like at the beginning, but like I'll like I'll like jump in and be like, hey, hold on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. No, I mean, I feel like every kind of when this kind of thing happens, it needs someone who will speak some sense, because like the sides are always very polarized. Like there is someone who is just saying a very stupid thing, so there needs to be someone that's going to say a very smart thing for them to understand. So that's fair enough. I mean, there has to be someone. So, and I think it's good that it's like you. Or sometimes I see people like Diggs, for example, which I feel like is also a very good thing. That's a smart man.
Yeah. I think the main issue is that I can never really like fully solve a situation by myself
Mhm.
because like I don't think anyone sees me as like the serious head of like stuff because I'm always
Yeah.
goofing around and stuff. So like you know me, so it's like so I'll like try, but like sometimes it can like escalate a situation. I'm like, damn,
Mhm.
I didn't see it going this way, and there's someone else has to like come in and be like, nah, actually, nah, Breeton is like he's making sense. It's like okay,
Yeah. Like people don't expect the sense coming from you, but it does.
yeah,
And I feel like that's even better, like if people expected the sense to come from you, because this way you can just surprise people all the time. And I
yeah.
feel like that's a good thing. Like being pleasantly surprised is always a good thing. Um, okay, and like when it comes to, as you said, you would like to go full time one day. And that obviously cannot be achieved without listeners and subscribers and fans. So, when it comes to numbers, for example, and subscribers, what goal would you like to achieve? Like, when could you say to yourself, like, I made it, like, this is what I always wanted?
Uh, I I don't. I'm not sure to be honest. I'm just trying to go until like I make enough that would be like a full income. Like if I
Mm
could
hmm.
make enough like money like a year that I'll be able to live off, then I'll be
Mhm.
like, okay, maybe I can go full time with this. But like
Okay.
in terms of actual numbers, I kind of just set it as I go. So like last
Mhm.
year, the goal was to hit 10K before the end of the year, and I did that. Then
Nice.
this year I set like a huge goal to hit 100K, which
Mhm.
I was just like, you know what, I'll throw it out there. We might not get there, but it's like
Yeah.
that
Sure.
one saying where aim for the stars, shoot, land on the moon or something like that.
Mhm.
You know, it looks like we might get 40K before the end of the year, which is still really
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
It's still crazy. Like, cause I
Why?
didn't
Why
think I'd
is
get
it?
this. Bro, cause I just didn't think I'd get this far. Like at any point, I never imagined
Mhm.
that like I'd actually have like a very successful YouTube channel.
So, and like how, well, this might be just like a stupid question, but how do you feel when you look back at the time when you were first starting and now when you compare those two? Like, what feelings does it bring out?
I don't know. I just feel really, really happy and really like proud of myself that I stuck with it. Cause like for the first like couple of years I was making music, like I
Mhm.
wasn't really like I was having fun with it, but like I wasn't really getting much like growth done or anything. It was
Mhm.
kind of just me and like the other homies in like Loop when I met them,
Mhm.
and like I don't know, I wasn't even like respected like that back then because like I wasn't even
Yeah.
really that good at music. I keep saying to myself I only got good like last year, and
Mhm.
that just happened to be when I got into the community and stuff. So
Yeah.
they kind of went side by side. Uh,
I will be asking you more about the loop. I just want to get out some of the more like trivial stuff first because this is going to be a complex conversation. I can already feel that. So,
I feel you.
um,
I feel you.
yeah. Um,
But
and
yeah.
so, oh, sorry.
Oh
Continue.
no, I was just gonna say, whenever I look back at like all the stuff I've done, like I'd be really amazed. Like I was talking yesterday in VC with some people. I was like, yo, if I told like 14-year-old myself
Mhm.
that one day I would be in like Dumble's Twitter banner, like stood
Oh,
near him, then he would have been like amazed. He would have been like, oh wow, like
that's so wholesome.
that's
I
insane.
love that. I love that. And I'm so happy for you. Honestly, like it's
Thank you.
so nice to see the evolution of people and how they are achieving the things they want to do. Like that just makes me so happy. So good for you, man. Good for you. And everyone go subscribe to Breeton Boi. Like he gonna get that 40K before the end of the year. We want to see that for him. Um, sorry, shameless plug. Um, and so apart from like numbers or let's say sustaining like a full paycheck or a lifestyle from making music, are there any other goals, maybe like artists you would want to work with in the future that you haven't yet, or just something very specific, like a very specific dream when it comes to making music?
Uh, I would like I would love to make a song with Ski Mask. Ski
Mm-hmm.
Mask to Slum God. That's like that's like my next like unattainable target because it's like my like because I do not see that happening like at all. But like
Mm-hmm.
if I could get there, then I'm like okay, well I've actually just gone and done something crazy.
Yeah.
Cause like for me, like a year or two ago, like what I'm doing now is kind of like an unattainable target.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so that would be like amazing.
Yeah, so maybe it's not like that far away from happening when things that are happening now were not supposed to happen as well for you.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Yeah, like shit will happen. Shit will happen. We're gonna see it happen. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Um, And are there any artists that you already do work with but would like to always work with, like until you stop making music at some point?
Uh, Obviously, all my homies and Luke,
Mm-hmm.
we gonna keep making music for forever. We just gonna keep making music
I want to
together.
see that. I want to see that. An 80-year-old Breeton and an 80-year-old Mir just like vibing.
Oh my goodness, that would be funny. I'd love to work with DPS again.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to to work with DPS sometimes because he'd be like almost in his own world
Yeah, I
with his
can see
whole,
that.
yeah. But I'd love to work with him a couple more times because he really just like he gave me a huge push like on the scene when he put me on the Mob Psycho
Mm-hmm.
track and
Yeah.
on the Goku track, and he just let me like shine on there. And then obviously the Zeno one with Ham Sandwich and Fable was super
Yeah,
dope
well,
as well.
that one was a whole entire another thing. Like that's just oof.
Yeah, that was
No, but yeah, I
super
remember
dope.
hearing the Goku track for the first time with you and DPS, and that shit was dope. And I remember that was like one of my first ish interactions with music coming from you. So that shit was impressive. That was impressive. Yeah,
Thank you, thank you.
no problem. And oh gosh, I wanted to ask something about DPS, but I thought, oh yeah. So do you have like anything specific in mind when it comes to what you would want to make with him?
Uh, Not really. It's just kind of whatever we would end up making.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't, DPS is he's such a flexible like artist, and he's like so good and has like
Yeah.
such a grasp on like how to do stuff. I feel like if I did come up with something cool, he could
Mm-hmm.
probably like take that idea and like develop it into something like
Yeah,
even
definitely.
crazier.
I can imagine that. I just saw, I think it was, What It Do Dave? I think he asked on Twitter, like, describe your style or something like that. And DPS replied with whatever it needs to be. So I was
Yeah.
like, oof, that's the realest shit. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Um, okay, and when it comes to like we started talking a little bit about like back then and when you were starting and stuff like that. So, um, when it comes to, for example, like production of music of your songs, how do you feel that your production days have changed from when you were starting out to now? Like, are there any notable differences?
Uh, well, I've got like way better equipment now. Uh,
Sure.
Cause first of all, I started with like when I first started like doing music, I was just like recording on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would like upload it to Google Drive and then convert it from an M4A to file to MP3, then
Oh.
put that into Audacity, and then
Mm-hmm.
that would be like my whole process.
I love that. That's so cute. That's so cute. I love that.
Yeah, but now thankfully with like what I've earned so far, I've been able to get an audio interface,
Mm-hmm.
XLR mic, and that's pretty much what I rock with now.
Mm-hmm.
So my setup is way better. I still don't make beats. I would like to learn how to make beats at some point, but I just haven't
Mm-hmm.
had time for it right now.
Yeah. That's very understandable. Like I in my short 21-year lifetime, I just made one beat and it was a hell of a time. I already like I'm going to like drop it like someday soon-ish, but I will be probably ashamed about it in like a few months-ish, but that's fine. Should happen. So I understand like beat making is an extremely difficult craft that sometimes it's just better to leave to someone else
Yeah.
who's more skilled. And
Yeah.
when it comes to beats, like who do you like to work with usually?
Uh, I love to. I really like to work with Odwin. I
Mhm.
feel like Odwin kind of like matches my style, and also he has a few more like out there things that
Mhm.
like are not like directly my style, but like it like eases me into like doing like other kind of styles.
Oh, okay.
Like for example, my Wonder Egg song, that one was produced by
Mhm.
Odwin, and I don't usually make songs like in that kind of tone, like more
Yeah.
sad kind of thing. But his beat just as soon as I heard it, like I was just like, yo, this is like this is such a vibe. Like
Mhm.
I have an idea,
Yeah.
and then there's like some other ones like my Sasuke song Onyx Chidori.
Mhm.
That one's such a like wavy beat. It's not like the direct aggressive style I usually do, but like
Mhm.
it was kind of more adventurous in that realm, so I used it. So yeah, I really like Odwin's beats. White has some really good beats too. Obviously, White did
Mhm.
the JJK cipher. He did a
Yeah, that one
crazy
was.
job on that.
Yeah, he really that was gas. That shit was gas.
Yeah, he also did the Isekai Quartet beat as well,
Mhm.
and there's some other stuff uh on my album that he's produced that is crazy. And honestly,
Yeah.
I need to make sure I finish that so I can show that to everyone.
Oh, so is like a spoiler alert, Wall 2 coming sometime soon ish?
Hopefully sometime this year.
Nice.
That's what I'm
Oh,
aiming for.
that's hype. That's hype. I can't wait to see that. We're gonna
Yeah,
promote the shit out of that.
yeah, because
Y'all heard it. It was a confirmation. Y'all heard it.
everyone's coming out with their albums now, so I'm like, damn, like I need to drop.
Yeah, you need to step up your game. We want to see that. We want to see that.
I know, cause like
Album, EP, whatever. We're here.
everyone, like Schwabdi Weber, again Ham
Yeah.
Sandwich with his Odd Which I just came out.
Mhm.
Mir dropped his project like Summertime, Keep It a Buck. Uh, wait, no, not Keep It a Buck. Tales of Duragia.
Almost. Almost there. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's the other one.
Yeah.
Like just, and I saw Dizzy 8 said he was working on one.
Mhm.
DPS, he's got his that he's doing his little
Yeah.
EP. It's just wow, like obviously Rustage, can't forget about him.
Sure.
It's like
Also, Sine Wave.
Sine Wave,
Also
yeah.
dropped the EP. That
Sine
one.
Wave
That one
EP.
was all
That
awesome.
was
Awesome.
so good, so good. It's like wow, everyone is really like just in album mode right now. So yeah,
Mhm.
I need to come back. I need to like
Yeah.
do it.
You do. We are very ready for it. Like we want another Breeton album.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that sorted for y'all. It should be some bangers. It should be an enjoyable experience.
Nice. Any nice features?
Uh, there's quite a few.
You don't have to
features,
say if you
actually.
don't wanna, of course. But like,
Uh, yeah. I mean, obviously, you know the Loop homies. You gotta have a couple Loop homies on there.
we love a loop feature always.
Yeah,
Always, always.
and then there's some that might surprise people, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes out.
Okay. Nice. 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 Um. Okay, I wanted to ask something about the album as well. My memory today is not working. Uh, anyway, when we talk about like production and the fact that you, for example, yeah, you don't produce your own beats as of now, what would an ideal production day look like for you? Like, not what you're doing now, not the hustle with just like doing whatever's the hardest for you during production. So, how would like an ideal day look
Well, like
like?
just making a song.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, or I guess I just, I go around, like, I either look on YouTube and see if I can find a beat that I like, or I'll see if one of the homies has a beat, like
Mm-hmm.
Odwin, or maybe Omar, or Inoue,
Mm-hmm.
or if I need, I get asked, like, Schwabadi if he can hook something up for me.
Ooh, fancy.
And, once I get the beat, it's kind of just, I play the beat, I have the idea for the song in my head. Usually a hook comes to me first. I write the hook, then I just kind of like write the verse, like just whatever I'm feeling, make it funny, get some good bars in there, have some good flows, and then after that, it's kind of just like just get in the booth and record it until I'm satisfied with how it sounds.
And like, how long does it usually take for you to create a song from the start to just publishing it for people
It
to see?
it really it really varies, because sometimes it could take me like a couple weeks,
Mhm.
especially if I'm like if I got a feature on it.
Mhm.
But sometimes it can just take me like a day or two. Like
Okay.
I'm back. I made it in like I wrote it all in one day, recorded it, mixed it. Like the only thing that like changed about I'm back was that the initial beat that I used got like claimed or something.
Mhm.
So Silverhand offered to make a new beat,
Oh, okay.
which is the one that came out. But yeah, a lot of my better songs, or
Mhm.
I feel like best songs, like I kind of just wrote the whole thing in like one day.
Yeah. Just like had fun with it and went with whatever came.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. Like, being spontaneous sometimes does have its perks. Like, it usually is very visible that you had fun doing stuff.
yeah. Most of the time. Uh, Also like Isekai Quartet, like
Mm-hmm.
we like, cause I had the idea for like the longest time, but like when it came to actually making the song,
Mm-hmm.
like we kind of just me, Ham, Ace, and Mir all like got in the VC and we're just like, I let's just work on this,
Mm-hmm.
and we got like we pretty much got all of it done that day,
Nice. You
which
guys
is
be
really cool.
going off in the VC sometimes. You really grinding, honestly.
Yeah, the VC is just a part of my daily life at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's like wake up, have food, join VC, see what everyone's up to.
It's really nice, and it's nice that you guys can like even work on stuff in this kind of way, even though it's just like Discord, sure, but it's just nice that you can connect and make stuff while just like being friends, vibing. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
because
Um,
it allows
yeah,
for like some new kind of like ways to work. Because like
yeah, definitely.
if you're just like making a song and then you just like leave an open spot and then you just send it to someone and just like, yeah, can you rap here? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like you don't get like to go much deeper with it. It's kind of like basic, but like if I can just talk to him and be like, yo, I have an idea, like I want to do this thing here, like literally working on Isekai Quartet, I was like I want you guys to like do a verse and then I want to like
Mm-hmm.
come in and go like back and forth with you, and then on the last bar the next person will come in, and
Yeah.
like I remember explaining that to Ham, and Ham was like super confused about how I was gonna come out. He's like, this doesn't sound like it makes much sense, but I was like, trust me. And as we did it like in the VC and kind of like put it together, like
Mm-hmm.
the vision was coming together. So it's like I don't see myself putting that track together unless we're in VC, or it doesn't
Yeah.
come out as good.
Is it hard to make this kind of like back and forth kind of music? Because I feel like it has to be difficult to even like write to begin with.
Uh, it depends what your direction that you want to go with is,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes you can just like write all of your half and then send it to someone, and then they have the task to like basically fill in after everything that you've said,
Mm-hmm.
which is one way of doing it. And then
Yeah.
the other way is just to both of you get on a call together or something and just write it as you go,
Mm-hmm.
which I think that suits better because you kind of like in the moment like get
Yeah.
the direction where the other person is trying to go.
That's
Whereas
fair.
the other person, like you might not be able to do what you kind of like would have had a vision for, because it's already been predetermined for you, like what you need to
Mm-hmm.
rhyme with and stuff. So you kind of just have to go with it.
And can you imagine like doing a song like with the homies, just like if you were all together in one place?
That would be awesome. I really want to do that one day. Just a shame everyone else in Loop is from freaking America. So
Across the pond, yeah.
yeah, so I'm like the least likely to be able to go up and meet with
Mm-hmm.
them. But nah, I'm trying. That's one other thing I guess I would say is like a musical target or whatever, to just
Mm-hmm.
meet up with the Loop homies like in person and make some music.
That would be so nice. Oh, I really hope that happens. We gonna get you the plane ticket. Gotta get
Yes,
you there. We want to see that happen.
I would love that.
Um, and when it comes to like the process of producing, writing a song, whether it's like together with someone over the VC or just doing it alone, do you have like a favorite part of the production? Is there something that excites you the most?
Uh, I'd probably say I'd probably say recording is probably my favorite part
Mm-hmm.
because like I have fun with the writing, but sometimes writing could be
Yeah.
like super difficult and but like it's almost like the recording is where I get to bring all the writing to life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get to like mess around with it and like if something doesn't quite fit how I want it, I get to like switch it up and like maybe say
Mm-hmm.
it a bit differently and just kind of experiment.
Yeah. Like the creative process really comes alive in that point.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I really do like recording.
I love that. We had, I think so far we had Connor, I think, said writing, and I think Schwabity said production, even though that one's not out yet, or at least not now, of the time
Ooh.
of making it. But it's really nice to see the way everyone has like different things that excite them about doing the song, and both of them actually talked about things that they think they are not good at, even like um, popular belief usually states otherwise. Is there something that you really don't think you're good at, even though people say that you are?
Singing. I don't think I'm I don't think I'm that good at singing at all. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can try and like I can do some like a couple things like for Senpai Go Drip for example, there's the one section where I do the little singy bit.
Yeah, but that was nice. That was nice.
It was cool, but it's like that that's like a small sample as opposed to like
Mm-hmm.
if I were to sing a whole song or like sing a hook. I don't
Yeah.
think like at least how I am now, I don't think like I can only sing in like maybe one or two kind of cadences.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff because I tried like a lot of stuff like with singing and it's just not happening.
Yeah.
So
And do you feel like it is happening sometimes in the future, or is it just not for you?
maybe I definitely want to incorporate more singing into my music. It's just kind of like it just depends on what it is. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how many types, like how many different types of singing I'm gonna do, but
Yeah.
I do want to do more. Cause there's this song I'm working on right now that
Mm-hmm.
like I can't really say that much about
It's fine. Keep your
because it's gonna
secrets.
be pretty cool. It's gonna be a pretty cool song if I can make it happen. But like
Mm-hmm.
I was meant to sing on it and that just wasn't working out in the recording process, so I have to rewrite
Yeah.
my whole section as rapping instead.
Oof. That's sad.
But it
That's
happens. It
sad.
happens
We
though.
will never see it happen. That's sad. Yeah, no, but I actually wanted to ask you about the track that you did with Hala CG, where you were singing as well.
Mm.
Because that one was like a lot different. So even though you might say you're not great at singing, I feel like, or at least I feel like the feedback was mostly positive when it comes to you singing. So
Yeah.
did you like the end result, or was it just like not for you?
It wasn't for me. I was surprised
Mhm.
by all the positive feedback I got, but then again, I know the community is like super supportive and stuff.
Mhm.
But like, I don't think like I should not be singing on the same song as Hala, because she is like worlds apart. Like she's amazing at singing. Like she's actually good, and
Yeah,
I'm
Hala
just like
is chef's kiss. Love
yeah,
Hala.
and like she does all the like little crazy stuff too, like all the
Mhm.
runs, all the little like background singing vocals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like she's crazy. She's crazy. And like it's one. I think that song was like one of her best like vocal performances, like in terms
Mhm.
of singing. I'm like, you chose to do this on the track with me. Like I don't even sing, and you just destroying me like this.
Oh no, that's not true. But it's
Is
like it's really cute that you like don't feel worthy. But I was just listening to it the other day, and I was like, you guys work like really extremely well together, like extremely well together.
Yeah, I think our voices do kind of match. I will say that
Mhm.
because I know a lot of people are like, oh, your voices together sound pretty good, and
Yeah.
like I'll accept that. But like my voice itself is just not great.
Mhm.
But I'll work on it. Maybe one day I'll actually be good enough to do a singing song with Hala and like not get demolished.
Yeah, like be at least like a little into it
Yeah.
by the end. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. But I feel like you and Hala have like a really good creative chemistry. Do you think like is there a specific reason why you think that is?
Uh, I don't know. I just kind of like ever since I first like kind of like started talking with Hala and like got to
Mhm.
know her. I just feel like I don't know. We kind of like have. I think we kind of have like the same kind of energy.
Mhm.
And like I
That's
vibe with
fair.
her so much. Like Hala is super dope, and I want to make like hella songs with her.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. She's just amazing. She's just a cool person all around, and like I love her singing and stuff.
Mhm.
And
We love
yeah,
that.
I don't
We
know.
love that. That's so cute. No, I just really been enjoying like the way you guys work together, and even just like your small interactions on Twitter, just have
Oh
me
yeah,
like cracking up. That shit's just so cute. Like,
yeah. I love when we
I
just meme
like,
around on Twitter.
yeah, a
Like
little, but so
the
does
best
she.
times.
Yeah, you guys definitely do have a similar energy, at least when it comes to your tweets. Like that shit's from another world.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and like to backtrack a little bit to um your origins and when you were starting, you already said like you started by just like recording your audio to your phone and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but like how did you even get to making music in the first place? Like did you always know that you would want to make music?
Uh, not exactly. I think I was always kind of searching around for like a good like hobby to do that I would enjoy
Mhm.
because before I started like making music, I was like super into like football and like I wanted to
Mhm.
sign up for a football team and like
Yeah.
do all that. And like I played like with them for a little bit, but then at the end of the season, I was like our team dissolved, like they went
Hmm.
under, so there was no more
That's
local
so sad.
teams. Yeah, it was a fun time, but there was after that there was no more local teams I could play for. So I was like, well,
Mhm.
I guess I'm not really doing football anymore. And
Hmm.
then I
A
don't
sad
know.
backstory. Okay. I see you.
it's always kind of it's always kind of can it's always kind of weird. Like I don't know what exactly like sparked it, but I
Mhm.
just like I always had like a kind of like a fascination for music, but
Mhm.
I never thought about creating it. And I guess when I had the chance to pick my GCSEs, that's when it was like, oh, they have a music technology class. Well,
Mhm.
I want to pick something fun, so I guess I'm gonna pick that. And then I kind of learned about like making beats and like stuff, and
Mhm.
I was using like Logic Pro because they had like Apple Macs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I made some songs on some beats I made, and those songs never came. Well, I mean, they came out, but like you won't find them anymore.
Aww. And here I hoped. Oh,
Nah,
so sad. This is tragic.
but
Are
like
there any songs like super super old songs that are still up?
I mean the oldest one that's still up is probably Womble.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything before that that's still up.
But was there a lot of stuff before?
Uh, I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if it was before or if it was after, but there's definitely a lot of stuff like around that time
Mm-hmm.
that I had to get rid of because it's like I used to do a lot of like remixes like when I was heavy into like mainstream rap
Mm-hmm.
because at first I was heavy into like what got me into like music like rap music was uh grime
Mm-hmm.
and like it was really like the boom of grime because like Stormzy released like Shut
Yeah.
Up and like there was Skepta and everyone releasing like basically like some of their most popular songs
Mm-hmm.
and then there was some beefs going on where like there was diss tracks back and forth and like I was just super invested and
Yeah.
then I kind of like one I made some remixes and some stuff to some songs because I was like
Mm-hmm.
I was super intrigued just about doing it and then after that I got into like a lot of mainstream music and then kind of like when the SoundCloud boom kind of came through with like XXX Tentacion and Ski Mask I
Mm-hmm.
loved their style of music so I made a bunch of like remixes to like that kind of stuff too
Yeah.
and
And
then
do you by
yeah
any chance remember like the first song that you've ever made? Like what, at least a little bit, like what even was that?
uh I don't actually know which one was the first one. I
Mm-hmm.
think I think I know what the first one was. Uh and I think it's still on my channel but it's unlisted or privated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think I still know what it was. It was I think it's a song I produced in what's it called? It's called Logic. Yeah, Logic Pro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I made it and then I like cuz we had to make like produce like beats and make music and stuff for like criteria in like our class for like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then they also let us like send it to ourselves. So I
Oh.
sent some of the beats I made to myself and
Mm-hmm.
I made like a few songs on
So
them.
cute. How old were you
Yeah.
back then?
That would have been so GCSEs. That would have been 18, 17, 16. It's like 15, 16.
Oh,
More like 14,
that's so
15
cute.
actually.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm the
nice. I
younger
love
side.
that. That's so cute. I can imagine like a small Breton living his best life, just like making beats out of nothing. That's so cute. I love that.
Bruh.
Um, bruh. Okay. Um, so when it comes to music making, you finding out that you want to do music, as you said, is like great, awesome. You liked rap, and it went from there. But how did you even find nerdcore? Like, what were like the first impulses to do nerdcore?
Okay, so like I've always been like a fan of like anime and like obviously video games and stuff. I'm just a very nerdy person by nature.
Mhm.
So like once like I was making music, I already like had my own impulses to make like anime inspired stuff or like
Mhm.
have stuff that has references to anime or like anime titles and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had a Todoroki song in like 2018 that
Mhm.
did it like it popped off on TikTok. Not on TikTok, I
Mhm.
mean, on SoundCloud. It did super well. Like way more than like at the time. Like
Mhm.
like it did like 100K and I was like, "Wow." Like this is crazy. And like I saw others like there was another song by this guy called Camille called Bakugo. That was what like my song was inspired by.
Mhm.
And so it was like I made a Todoroki song then and then uh there was a couple other like songs, or like sometimes I'll have like bars about stuff.
Mhm.
And then, but the one that like brought me like into nerdcore was like I made this Deku song, just called.
Mhm.
I made this song just called Deku, and it was kind of like about it was basically like a Deku rap basically. And
Yeah.
then Savi commented on it, and she was like, "Yo, this is a bot,"
Aw.
and I was like, "Oh snap, who is this?" Because I had no idea who anyone was back then.
Mhm.
And I just clicked on her channel, and I saw she had like a couple anime raps, and she'd worked with some like she worked like NOJ and like some other
Mhm.
people, and I was like, oh wow, like this person is like out there. This person like doing stuff. Hold on,
Yeah.
and they like my thing. That's crazy. And I saw in one of her song links she had like a Discord server, so I was like, well, let me hop in and find out.
Mhm.
And that's where I met like people like Afro, Carter Sauce, and like
Yeah.
everyone like that. And then they were kind of like they told me about Schwabity. They were like, yo, if you're like trying to get your music critiqued or whatever, there's this guy called Schwabity that
Mhm.
does like music he's like a reaction stream. And then
Mhm.
like if you send him something by email, he does I forgot what, I keep forgetting what the series was called, but like if you send him something by email, he'll pick like 6 tracks, and he would just
Mhm.
like react to them, and also like review them, and like give you some feedback.
Yeah.
And like he discontinued that now, but like back then, like that was like the big thing. So I was like, okay. And like at that time I'd released my it was 2020, right? So yeah, I released my first like album, or like first full length project, Full Dive.
Mhm.
And on that was Thunderclap Flash was on the
Mhm.
Zenitsu song. So I sent that in, and he listened to it, and he was like, and the funny thing is like Xiao Do was also like, he also submitted something then. That was when
Aw.
like Shrubdy like properly like going to Xiao Do. So I'm
Yeah.
sitting here, I'm like, I wonder how everyone's songs are gonna be like. And the first song I hear is Xiao Do, and I hear Shrubdy
Mhm.
like going crazy over Xiao Do, and I'm like, bruh, like I'm supposed to follow up after this.
Well, apparently.
And yeah, like I came, like he listened to Thunderclap Flash next, and he
Mhm.
actually really liked it. Obviously there's some issues with it, like mixing and
Yeah.
stuff, because I'm not that great at mixing, but
Mhm.
like but he enjoyed it, and like I was like so excited. I was like, damn, yo, he enjoyed the song, like that's crazy. And then gradually like Thunderclap Flash kind of just like spread to like everyone in the community, like because
Mhm.
everyone was doing reactions back then. Fable
Yeah.
had his streams. Divide, was Divide streaming it? I think he was.
He
uh
I think he was.
yeah, a couple other people. I know I played it to Dizzy 8 in the VC once, and he really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
So like, oh yeah, and DPS, did DPS do it on stream? No, okay, no, it got shown to DPS
Oh,
and
okay.
NOJ, and they both really liked it.
And
So
so, like before actually like interacting with all of the people in the community, did you did you not know like absolute like anyone at all?
nah, I didn't like. I'd heard of like NOJ, because
Mhm.
like many years ago I heard like some of his like super early stuff,
Mhm.
like his Legend of Zelda rap and his like Sonic rap and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd heard of Game Boy Jones,
Mhm.
because like in the community I was in before, like I was a big fan of like Shofu and like Token Black and all like the Cypher
Mhm.
Gang people. So uh so they like had mentioned Game Boy Jones a couple times in their
Mhm.
streams. So that's where I knew him from. And then I'd seen like Rustage like thumbnails and stuff around, but
Mhm.
like I didn't really like listen to anything.
Yeah.
And like I knew Dan Ball just because I listened to a lot of his stuff early on too. But that was
Mhm.
basically it. Like I didn't know I didn't know Schwabity, I didn't know Connor, I didn't know anyone
Yeah,
at
that's
that
fair.
point. Like
That's fair enough. And like when it comes to people from the loop, how did you meet them? How did you get to know those?
well, I actually met them because they were also like kind of in like the Cypher Gang community too. Like they were
Mhm.
also fans of like all those people like Shofu, Token Black, and them.
Yeah.
And it was actually because I used to watch like Etika, uh,
Mhm.
RIP. I used to watch like him, and I was like a huge fan of his content. And I saw that
Yeah.
he was on a song with like Shofu the Beat Down and Shofu and like a bunch of them. He showed it on stream. So I checked the
Yeah.
song out and I was like, wow, I like this song. I like the people on it. So I went
Mhm.
into Beatdown's Discord and that was where I found all the homies. Just they were just like already kind of there, and then like there was some that came later and kind of formed the friendship group.
Mhm.
But like yeah, that was basically the spot for us for a while. We would just like go in VC in his server, just do what we do, talk, became
Yeah.
friends, eventually made our own servers, and then just like it went from there.
Yeah, that's fair. So you met the guys, you were friends. But how did the idea of like creating the collective, like the loop, how did it come around?
Uh, well, it was kind of just like I don't know. I think it was Palaicus's idea, and then also Mia as well. And
Mhm.
they just, I think they just kind of decided they wanted to put like a dedicated like group together
Yeah.
of like dope artists, and
Mhm.
just like so would kind of like become a force. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah, so they were just kind of like, okay, we're gonna make Loop, and
Mhm.
then at the time, I think it was like it was those two, Keo, Blacks, me, Ham Sandwich, and like a couple others,
Mhm.
and then eventually, uh, we found like Dripstick, and he joined, and like yeah, that's that's pretty much it. Most of the
Yeah.
people who are in Loop were just we were just there when we founded it. We haven't added that
Mhm.
many people, but
Would you be open to adding people?
uh, I mean that's not really up to me. But I think it's kind of like I don't know. It's like we only want to get like specific like people. I think if we're gonna
Mhm.
add new people,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
That's completely fair. I'm just curious. Sorry,
No, no,
I
it's
just
good.
like to ask nosy questions.
Of course, of course.
And when it comes to lube, like, what's the thing that you love most about it? Like the or either the idea or just like how you guys work together.
Uh, I just love the fact that we all. It's just the easiest way for us to just like all show love to each other, cause
Mhm.
like we're like super homies at the end of the day, and then
Yeah.
you hear a Loop guy like I know Mir does this a lot. He'll be like on a feature, but he'll always be like shouting out Loop and shouting
Mhm.
out the group.
Always. Yeah. Always. Always. Never
Yeah,
fails to do that.
so it's
And
like
if you were to if you were to assign like family roles to the people in the loop, like who would be who? I mean, like the problematic child or the overlooked middle kid.
uh I don't know. That one's kind of hard. I would say
It's fine. Take your time.
I don't know because everyone's kind of just like everyone plays a strange kind of
Mhm.
role. Uh, I actually don't know. I actually just I can't.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to, if I ever get to make more interviews with more people from the loop, I will ask them as well. So
Oh yeah.
one day I will get an answer. It's fine. I am persistent. I am persistent. I will remember this.
One day.
Yes, I hopefully I will live to see this day. Um, and when it comes to like the idea of a collective, would you like to see like more people creating collectives in the community, or not? And if so, why?
Uh, yes and no. I feel like a lot of people that have like made collectives recently have just kind of like just kind of made them just because.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like uh before making a collective, you should kind of like get an understanding of like what a collective is and like what you want to do, because there has to be
Yeah.
something that separates you from just being friends.
Sure.
Because it's like uh yeah, it's kind of like a lot of collectives just like just get anyone and just like
Mm-hmm.
do whatever, and it's kind of like that's cool, but like a really effective collective is just like you gotta have like a purpose, and you gotta like
Yeah.
move together as a group, and
Definitely like a certain dynamic. Yeah.
yeah, because it's like you can make a collective and just like invite people and just do whatever, but I didn't it's not really, it ends up not really being a collective because there's not much difference from like if there was a collective or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're still
Yeah.
working together, still doing like basically the same things.
That's fair. That's pretty understandable. And I guess I never even thought about it that way, but it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Smart. Nice. Um, and when it comes to like the community itself, currently, is there someone like who you look up to, who inspires you, helps you get better?
uh to be honest, that's like a lot of the it's a lot of the homies, but like
Mm-hmm.
if I was to say main people, I'd probably say Schwabity and Ham Sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Schwabity like super inspires me because like I just really like his music a lot and his style, and he has such a like crazy work ethic. Like
Yeah.
the fact like he's been still able to like keep up weekly releases is insane
Yeah,
while
that's
making an
insane.
album,
That's insane.
and it's like wow, like and then he does all the stuff with like his patrons, like
I know, right?
has
And
time for
like
all them,
Twitch
and Twitch
reactions,
streaming
all of that.
regularly.
I'm just like, how?
Yeah, I'm like what, like I don't even like I don't even feel like streaming, like I want to stream a
Yeah.
lot, but like I just don't, I just be chilling and then working on
Yeah.
music.
Don't think I forgot about the waifu drawing stream. I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah.
I will bug you until you do it.
I still need to do that. You're right. Uh, but like, yeah, he
I'm
just.
so sorry, but like once you set me to something, I will remember. I'm so sorry.
I'll try to get it soon. It's all good. And like,
Yeah, no, but fair.
Ham Sandwich super inspires me too, just because like, the same. It's almost like the same kind of thing. Like his work ethic is crazy.
Yeah.
He makes a ton of music, and like he's so good, and like every time he experiments with something, it seems to like just be amazing.
Yeah.
Like
It kind of just works out every time.
yeah, and like there's a lot of music I've heard from him that's unreleased that like I'm super excited for, because it is like dope. I'm just like I listen to some of these songs, I'm like how do you have this like idea? How do you have this vision? Like
Yeah.
how do you get here?
He built different. He just
Yeah.
built different. It'd be
Literally.
like that.
Literally. So he inspires me to
Yeah.
try and do better.
It's actually
experimenting with my
cute
music.
because Schwabity said the same thing.
Oh,
Like
he said,
Schwabity also said ham sandwich, so
oh wow,
he be getting some fans. He be getting fans.
you do.
Yeah, no, but I think like it's really nice that even though the community is like so vast, it's always connected in some kind of way, and you will always find these kind of like two people that look up to the same person, and I feel like that's just so nice. That just I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Um, and like when it comes to the community itself, like we know that there is quite a bit of people, but is there like something specific that you really like appreciate about the community? And also like on the contrary, something that you really dislike about it?
Mm, I really appreciate I really appreciate the fact that the community is always willing to give people a chance, and
Mm-hmm.
like they're super supportive and like welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, like there's rarely that many like online communities where like big creators and small creators are like hanging out all the time and like
Yeah.
constantly collaborating and stuff. Because having people like Schwabity and Game Boy Jones and like Rustage who like give an opportunity to put smaller people like on a
Mm-hmm.
cipher or on a song or whatever. Like I wouldn't have got to where I am now if it wasn't for like Savvy giving me like a shout out and then like
Mm-hmm.
telling like, oh, DPS, I know this guy is good, and then them not just looking at my numbers and being like, well, he's alright, but like he doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Like nah, it was like regardless of that, they're just willing to open their arms and just like work with me.
Yeah.
And then like and that's a common thing in the community, so that's one thing I'm really happy for.
Mm-hmm.
And like fans are always wanting to support as well, like they'll give their support to everyone. uh so yeah, that's one thing I like,
Mm-hmm.
because you wouldn't, because I've been in so many communities where I've been trying to like push my music and stuff, and like no one will give it like a chance.
Yeah.
And like bigger people kind of have their mentality of like, well, I'm like way bigger than you, like why would I work with
Mm-hmm.
you? uh but like, yeah, one thing I dislike, uh I guess I would say, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, I guess maybe I feel like I don't. Something I dislike. I don't know. Cause there's like a few little things I dislike, but it's never that like serious for me. I don't really think about it. But
Yeah.
I guess I would say I wish. Uh. I don't know. I can't think of one right now. My mind is just going blank.
That's fine. I mean,
I just love the
even
community so
if there
much.
wasn't something that you dislike, that's still okay.
Yeah, no, I did something I wanted to say, but I just forgot whilst explaining the other thing.
Mood.
Maybe it'll come
Honestly,
back to me.
mood. I feel that so much. It's fine. If you remember, you can tell me. That's okay. Um and like so as you said, the community is always very open to like new people coming in and just like is friendly towards anyone. So how would you encourage new people that already maybe like some kind of like maybe nerdcore music or just like nerdy things to find a place in the community?
I would just say I just hang around in like discords and stuff, and like
Mhm.
just see who you run into, and like
Mhm.
talk to people, see what's up. Cause like I just think that's the best way to just make friends and find your place in online communities in general.
Yeah.
Like just be around, try and be active, try and like
Mhm.
talk to people. VCs are super dope. That's the ideal way uh
Definitely.
of like talking to people. And yeah, just see where you end up, because like in this big community there's so many like different pockets and so many different like areas and little groups.
Mhm.
And like if you hang out with a few people and you're not really feeling it, there's like hella more people like you can go and hang out with. So
Yeah.
you'll find a place in the community. There's all types of people
Mhm.
here. You just gotta put yourself out there a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that because like I never when I got to like hearing some nerdcore stuff for the first time, I never really imagined myself doing this. Like, I always, because like I had a vision of starting a podcast, but I never really, I wasn't really like, this is something that I want to do. And in the end, it's one of like the absolutely favorite things of the entire process of creating like a podcast episode. And I get to talk to like really cool people that are basically just like following their dreams and doing what they love. So there's definitely something for everyone in here. So yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
To be honest, I'm like, I
Mhm.
feel like we need like more of this kind of like content, in my
Mhm.
opinion. That's always what I've been like almost starving for, cause like I love consuming like, it's almost like supplementary content, cause like the main
Yeah.
thing is like the music, but then
Sure.
like you got like people like you who like do like podcasts and like discuss it and stuff, and like I
Mhm.
love that type of stuff. So like I really love what you're doing,
Oh,
and
stop! I'm gonna cry.
you'll
You,
be
you
fine.
can't really like say soft things to me because I will get sentimental. Like I will. I'm
Oh.
gonna cry.
You,
No, yeah, but I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
yeah, because there's also like Deluxe Ego who does like his like compilation videos of like the best
Mhm.
verses of the month, or like,
Yeah, I did see a few of those. I did see a few of those.
yeah, and like I love stuff like that, because that's stuff like that I just watch like in
Mhm.
general. Like if I was watching something about an anime, like I would watch people, like I would listen to a podcast about people talking about anime. I would
Yeah.
uh watch like a top 10 video, or like best moments of this character and like stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it's like having that kind of
Definitely.
stuff for like our content as a creator,
Mhm.
like that's like amazing for me. I'm like freaking out, like,
Like low key freaking out.
yeah. People love
That's
it.
cute. Yeah, 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 but I understand that.
Yeah, that's why I always try and show support. It's like those kind of things. That's why I love reaction videos
Mhm.
so much, because like reaction videos is like a whole other form. I just like
Mhm.
seeing someone's first time listening opinions to your song. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
it's crazy.
I actually got to like many nerdcore songs when I first started through just like people reacting. For example,
Mm.
I think I got to Fable Saiyan Cipher when it came out. I got to it through someone reacting to it. It was just suddenly in my YouTube recommended, and then I just like I listened to the song, and then I literally like watched at least 50 reactions. For some reason, I don't know. It was very entertaining. It is very entertaining to just watch someone react to things for the first time and see like, especially when people catch bars, because I'm horrible at catching bars.
Mm.
So I always love to watch people like Professor Crow, for example, because people are just smart in here, and I'm just like, how, how are you so smart? Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I just be stupid sometimes. Anyway,
Nice, but
um, okay, so one last thing I would like to do with you before sending you off back to the world is I'd like to play a short game with you. It is a who's most likely to kind of game.
yes.
Where I prepared a short 10 questions that you have not seen before. Some of them are similar to the ones in the other interview episodes, but some of them are changed. Mostly because I really want to see like if different people can say that different people would do stuff, or they will say just like the same people, because they're just so funny. For
Alright.
example, I said this to Stargirl. She was voted on one of the questions already twice out of the 2 interviews that I did, which is completely fair. Honestly, can't blame them. So
Makes sense. Makes
um,
sense.
yeah. So I'm going to just like go to the questions quickly, and you can just say the first person that comes to your mind. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Just for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So, who's most likely to get all the food from McDonald's for one sitting?
Oh damn. Me.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I answer
Most
that?
likely to, yeah, that's fair enough.
Alright.
Most likely to make music until they are like 80 years old.
Mia.
Okay. Most likely to be everyone's sweetheart.
I guess Stargirl. I know that's what everyone else is
Good.
saying.
Keep her streak going. Keep her streak going.
Sure.
Most likely to get punched in the face.
I don't know why I'm blanking right now. I know who I want to answer for this question, but
It's fine.
I know it's supposed to be quick fire, but Muz.
Okay. Most likely to make ciphers forever.
Make ciphers forever. Rustage.
Really? Oh, that's unexpected. Most likely to make it mainstream.
DPS.
Okay. Most likely to keep the VC alive.
Mia.
Most likely to keep the community together.
Schwabity.
Most likely to get a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy. Pure suffering in your voice.
Well, I'm not a quick thinker. I can't lie.
It's fine. It's fine.
Mia.
Okay, and the last one, who's the most likely to make the most sus tweets?
Who be sus out here?
Apart from you, obviously.
Is it? I don't know. I think I'm the answer. I do be making sus tweets.
You
sometimes.
kind of are, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Awesome. You did great. It's fine. Don't worry. Slow thinkers are allowed here, so it's fine.
Thank you.
No problem. But no, you did awesome, and it was absolutely lovely talking to you. Absolutely.
It was dope to talk to you as well.
Thank you. Is there anything more that you would maybe like to just like let the listeners know, or some inspirational quote?
I'm not really an inspirational person, to be honest.
Fair enough.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. You're just amazing. If you listen to all this and you're listening right now, then you are like a super dope person. Keep supporting Nina. She's doing some great work.
Aww.
And thank you for like just showing support and like being interested.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Everyone that's listening to my ramblings is an absolute hero. I always say that. So everyone, we have here our third guest, Breeton Boi. You have all heard the very inspirational things that he has to say. It was absolutely lovely talking to him. I've been Nina.
And I've been Breeton.
And all of y'all have been absolutely wonderful audience, as always. And thankfully, we finally made it to the end of the third interview that's ever happened in Nerd Out Space.